back again with another short video today talking about social media marketing for B2B businesses. And today I am joined by one of my colleagues, Senior Online Marketing Manager, Joelle Lazzarato.
Thank you, Samantha, and hello everyone. Really happy to be here talking about one of my favorite subjects, social media marketing. Before we get started though, I'd like to clear address some very common misconceptions.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I just wanted to address the fact that social media marketing is a wonderful tool, not only for B2C companies, but selling to consumer products, but it's also a tool for B2B companies as well. So your decision makers, supply partners, pretty much everyone you do business with is on social media around the world. So we have about 3.9 billion social media users, with people spending, I think it's now an average of about 4 hours a day on web apps such as like LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We know they are out there. So your job really is to identify where and how they behave and then go and get them.
That makes sense, because I mean, in the end, we are talking to people on the other side of these businesses. So social media makes sense. So for B2B businesses that are looking to use social media for both their domestic market and also international, we have 3 top tips that we would like to share with you today. Joelle, do you want to take the first one?
Absolutely. So the first tip is to choose the right platform for each market and for your industry. So a lot of SMEs don't really have the time or the resources internally to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, maybe even, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to. So do your research, get a really good idea as to who your buyer persona is and which platforms they interact on. And then you can really focus your time and energy on there. You can always expand, into other platforms later. So try and don't spread yourself too thinly, especially when you have different strategy for all of your different markets.
That totally makes sense. And that actually brings me to our second point, which is to make sure that your content is relevant for your audience. And that should be pretty obvious, right? So when it comes to drafting social media content strategy, you want to make sure to write content that's relevant to your buyer persona. So you want to keep them in mind. What are their issues? What problems can you solve for them? Try to make the content about them and not so much about your business and your products and services. Also, you want to keep in mind that our brain processes images 60,000 times faster than it does the written word. So impactful images and also things like infographics can really make a difference when people are just kind of mindlessly scrolling through their feeds, and so that you can actually catch their attention. And if you have the capacity, why not also include video?
Well, that's a fantastic point, and that's why we're here, trying to share with you top tips and hopefully get some engagement from you in terms of what you think and what you're seeing working for you. But before we round off, the last tip we have for you in terms of social media marketing, and here I know I risk to become a little bit boring, but set goals and monitor your performance. Like any other marketing channel, social media strategy needs to be based off specific measurable goals to be successful. Whether you're trying to grow your organic followers, drive traffic to a specific landing page, or maybe even generate leads directly on these platforms, you will need to make sure you're tracking the right KPIs for you. And I know this sounds, like a lot of added work to, everything else that you've got going on at the same time, but this will really be key to help you build your strategy and make sure you see it through. So when you start one platform, just continue and complete your strategy, monitor and review it. And if you're thinking about paid advertising on these platforms as well, having a clear strategy with metrics and goals in place would really help you avoid some more expensive mistakes at times.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen that with companies time and time again. So to summarize today's video, social media platforms can be a great channel for B2B and B2C businesses to promote their brands, their products, and to get qualified leads. So our top 3 tips today were to make sure to identify which platforms make the most sense for your buyer persona, create quality content that's provided to your buyer persona at the right time, at the right place, at the right messaging, and always measure your social media strategy so that you know what you're doing right and what you can improve. So if you want to learn more about social media marketing for both B2B and B2C businesses, you can check out our webinar. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. you.